Hello, so my name is Tan Shanting. Today I'm going to present my research about students' motivation in online learning. So basically, I want to find out what actually affects students when they study online. So I have three objectives for these studies. So first, I want to identify what factors affects students' motivation. Second, I want to see if these factors are actually related to motivation. And third, I want to find out which factor is the most important ones. So this helped me understand the issue more clearly. So the problem is a lot of students actually struggle with online learning. Like they get distracted easily or they feel less motivated because there's less interaction. Some also have internet issues or not a good study environment. And from what I found, most studies only look at one factor at the time. So in my research, I combined a few factors together to see the overall effects. Also, from my own experience, online learning can feel quite isolating. So sometimes students don't feel engaged and this affects their motivation over time. So for my method, I use a quantitative approach. So basically, I just create a questionnaire using Google Form. Then I share it to students who have experience in online learning. So I use linker skills questions so students can rate their agreement from strongly disagree to strongly agree. So this makes it easier to analyze the data and compare it different factors. So this method is quite common in research, so it's very reliable. So in total, I got 82 valid responses and all of them are students. Then I analyzed the data using mean and correlation scores to see the results. So most of the respondents are female students. And all of them have experience in online learning, so the data is relevant to the studies. I also calculate the mean score to understand the overall trend and the correlation to see how strong the relationship between the variables. So the data is quite suitable for these studies. So for the findings, all the factors actually have a positive relationship with motivations. But most important one is learning environment. That means that if your environment is noisy or distracting, your motivation will drop. For example, if a student study in a noisy place, it's very hard to stay focused. As for second one is technology, like internet and devices. So for technology, if internet is unstable, students may feel frustrated and lost motivations. Even if the lecturer is good, the environment still affects their concentration. So both environment and technology are really important in online learning. So teaching methods and lecturer support are also matter, but the impact is not that strong. So overall, the students' motivation is just moderate, not very high. So from the data, as you can see, the learning environment has the highest correlation value, which means that it's the strongest relationship with motivation. And the technology is slightly lower but still shows a moderate relationships. So this result is quite expected because environment affects focus a lot. So in conclusion, everything does affect motivation, but the environment is the most important factor. So if students want to improve their motivation, they should first improve their study environment. So this also shows that the external factors may have a bigger impact than teaching itself in online learning. So it actually is quite practical in real life. So for reflections, I learned how to design a questionnaire and analyze data. The hardest part for me was actually collecting enough responses. If I have more time, I would like to collect more responses to make the result even more accurate. But overall, these projects helps me understand how research works. So I also realized that doing research is not just about collecting data, but also about understanding and interpreting the results. So this experience will definitely help me in my future studies. Thank you.